And videos, while I'm with my freak like we up in the freak shows. Hit you with this shit, make you feel it all in your toes. Hot got all my people in red clothes. Styling my metaphors when I formulate my flows. If you don't know, you're messing with lyrical player pros like that. Wanna party with me?
Hey, good morning, everyone. This is our Wednesday morning edition of the Walking This Way's Impact Voice podcast. Of course, introduce myself. I am Furman Jackson Jr. I'm the host of the Walking This Way's Impact Voice podcast. Also, in her absence, my co-host, Feeded Sapphire. She's back with me tonight at 7 p.m. Of course, we're doing a very special morning episode. We have a very special, unique individual on the show with me this morning. He's an entrepreneur. He's a chef. He's a self-made man. He's from Houston, Texas. He currently resides in the Fort Worth area. I want to thank Josh for coming on. Josh, we're doing great things. I heard a lot of great things about you. I know you have articles about you. You've been featuring a lot of things about the work you're doing, how you've been spotlighted. And here's on the show, we love having extraordinary visuals who are doing extraordinary things. So go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience here on the Walking This Way Impact Voice podcast.
Yes, sir, Mr. Furman. I appreciate you for having me on, man. Of course, my name is Joshua Mott. The business is called Mott's Kitchen Catering. We just cater all around the DFW and surrounding areas. If you want to book us for anything outside of that, you could always send us a message at info@mottskitchen.com or just follow us on Instagram at Mott's Kitchen.
Man, that's awesome. And like I said, you're doing extraordinary things. You was featured in an article. A lot of great reviews, and of all the things you're doing, give us the backstory on who Joshua is.
So the backstory on me, man, Furman, man, originally, I was really big into playing sports, but over time, I grew up around a lot of food as well. So, my people, we from Houston. You told me you was from the South as well. So, we love to eat. So I just always been around food. I grew up playing football and basketball, went through school and everything. And then, when I was in college, I used to cook meals for myself. I didn't really like to eat at the cafeteria that they had.
Right.
So whenever I used to cook meals for myself, it would smell up the whole little hallways and walkways and everything. And it would draw attention to people, and they would come in there and be like, "Hey man, what you cooking? Can I get some?" I'd be like, "Man, you can get a little taste, but excuse me." I'm like, I'm just cooking like a little portion, like a little small portion for myself, and then, after, weeks and weeks go by, all these people start coming and asking for food. And one of my old teammates a few years ago, he was like, "Man, you need to start selling some plays." And I was like, "Selling plays? I ain't never really just thought about selling any plates. I'm just trying to eat, just trying to, fix me a little something to eat." So I ended up selling a couple plates to a couple people, and then it kind of just picked up after that, man. That's kind of where it picked up at.
Okay. Also, I know you mentioned you played sports. So growing up, when you were playing for whatever, when your aspiration either to do what, NFL, NBA, was that your objective when you were playing sports?
Well, my big cousin who's from out here in the DFW area, he was playing. We both played football, so he was kind of my inspiration on why I kind of wanted to play football. I just wanted to be like him, And as we kind of got older and everything, we found our walkways and stuff like that, and he ended up being successful in football. I mean, so was I in college and everything. So I just ended up going to culinary right after school.
Okay, awesome. And I know you're in an arena where we have to eat. That's part. We eat to survive. We eat, food for energy, of course. And like I said, meal, we don't, that's part of being an athlete is eating, but eating the right meals. And I know you start your business as a caterer, you are a chef. So how did that blend in with making the meals? Do I know everybody has different state taste. So what meals do you specialize in when it comes to doing business with you?
Well, I specialize in Cajun food and Southern food. So my specialty menu is Cajun food. Now it might not be the healthiest type of food you can eat, but at least it's locally sourced and it's ingredients that's not inserted with all these pesticides and everything that they're trying to grow stuff with. It's like locally sourced foods and it's all natural and it's being cooked by me and my team, and so we know where the food is coming from. It's like home cooked meals. Home cooked meals is going to be better for you to eat than you just going out to eat and you don't know where the food may be coming from.
Right.
But I kind of wanted to rewind just a little bit and kind of just lace you up on a little bit of the background of my degree is actually in exercise science. So while I was taking those classes, I took a few nutrition classes as well. So that's kind of where my horizon was kind of broadened through the nutrition aspect of food, and what athletes and what myself should be eating on a day-to-day basis while you're training or really while you're just working out and just living life. You got to put healthy stuff into your body.
Right, I agree with that, Jocelyn, what you're saying. Also, for the common individual, the common man, the common woman who may not be an athlete, may not be well, you are a household name, but you're great, but may not be on that major platform of a LeBron James or a Tom Brady or of a Dak Prescott, just throwing names out there, but to value themselves, especially the ones who work the 9 to 5 or who are in law enforcement, work the medical field, a lawyer. That plays a role for us well too, because we have to eat healthy. That keeps us going. If we don't eat healthy, our body breaks down. We get up all these sicknesses, and next thing you know, we're putting our money on medication and doctor bills, which that stuff could be avoided. So I'm glad you brought that up and help people get in the concept of being more healthy. I'm 42. I'll be 43 next April, and that plays a role of being more healthy. Especially we want to be here long term instead of being short term, looking for early exit and all the other stuff. So I respect where you're coming from with that. That plays a major, major role also.
Most definitely, most definitely.
So, like I said, you've been doing this. How long have you been doing this?
Okay, so I've been cooking for 15 years.
Okay, that's a long time.
In the beginning stages, while I was young, it was on and off, and as I got older, I was really honing into it and really trying to just perfect my craft. I say with the state of Texas, let's see, this is August. Last month was July, so I got official with my business with the state 1 year ago. So it's actually 1 year and 1 month this August. So
Okay.
a year officially, as a business.
Man, you know what? Happy anniversary to you on that, young man. Keep up the great work. And like I said, cooking. We are in the South. I know I'm from Alabama. You from Texas. We love to eat. We love to get down. And we know it's millions of trees and restaurants here in the state of Texas, of course. But like I said, but you're very unique. You actually make meals, and you also bring them to people home, place of residence. How can people go about that? Doing business with you and getting the whole setup.
I'm sorry, you cut out that last part. You said getting the whole.
Yeah, getting the whole setup. Because I know you prepare the meals wherever they want to get, and also you have the meal delivered to them to their front door.
Right. So, say if someone wants to place an order, either they just reach out to me directly, they reach out through Instagram, or they reach out through my assistant, and he's been doing a really great job on assisting me with those meals and getting my meetings set up with like different venues and people and stuff like that. But to kind of just answer your question, either they contact me or him directly and kind of just let us know what they want, or we can build up a meal plan out for them. Say if they're gym goers or bodybuilders, people that do the shows, we'll build out something for them specifically that tailors to their needs, and we'll just execute whatever they're trying to do, whatever they're looking for. So I say we're pretty flexible on what someone might be looking for as far as meals.
Right. Like I said, it's all about greatness. It's all about taking it to the next level. And it's all about doing something you love to do. And let's talk about that. You're actually doing something that you enjoy doing. We have a lot of people in the world, jobs, who dread getting up, going to their 9 to 5. Murmur and complain. You're an individual who changed the narrative on that. You're actually doing this on the regular. What's that experience here? Just waking up, you doing something that you enjoy doing. As they say, once you're doing something you enjoy doing, they say it's not work at all. I see that smile came on your face. So just give us that feeling of just, hey, you know what? I don't have to clock nobody's clock. I'm a boss. I do my own thing.
Yeah. I still work, part-time, full-time. It just depends week to week, kind of what my schedule's dealing with. But to kind of dive into kind of what you were saying, I'm not going to beat around the bush at all. I'm gonna just, let everybody know. And I'm pretty sure, you probably know this as well, being someone who's a leader over a podcast and getting this thing going and growing the brand. It's not easy, you know what I'm saying? But the first step is just starting. So if one person, well, I'll just take myself. I'll use myself as an example. I just wrote out a few things on a piece of paper of what I wanted to do. Okay, I need to go register my name, my business name. Okay, now I need to go for instance, I need to get my EIN number. Okay, now I need to go get registered with the state. So those are just like a few of the steps that I just took, and I just started with just step one. What am I gonna call my business? Right? Okay, what do I want to do with my business? How far I want to take it? And so it wasn't easy just getting all those steps completed, but the first thing is, my man, it's just, you just have to start, even if it's small. If you don't know what you want to do or where you want to go with it, just find one step and just take it in the right direction. And if you just take one step in the right direction, it's gonna automatically, your left foot gonna follow your right foot, your right foot gonna follow your left foot. You just gonna keep on moving forward. You're not gonna go backwards,
Right. It does. So the thing about it is investing in yourself. Invest in yourself. Sit down, find out what you want to do, put a plan together. And we've been talking about this lately too, which started this Saturday. We were talking about having a system in place. And that's something, Josh, that we never thought about growing up. When it came to adulthood, we never thought about having a system. And you played sport, you was an athlete, and y'all had systems in place. The offensive coordinator had a system in place. The defensive coordinator had a system in place. The head coach had a system in place. So we know systems are important. I know entrepreneurs yourself have a system in place because it's all about winning. Here, I'm developing this winning formula. When I know, okay, when it comes to my meals, I develop a winning formula for my meals, which I know that it's going to get people attention. It's going to get rave reviews. And I know that it's going to keep bringing people to the table for more. When I know with your winning system, it's going to bring more people, because why? Word of mouth travels. So having that system in place, how important it is to have a system in place. A lot of times, Josh, individuals don't have they just running, but they're not have no system in place.
Yeah. I say, Furman, man, it's very important to have that system in place. I'm gonna just refer to this because I'm an athlete. When you have that system in place, you have a game plan. So you have a game plan to follow. Now that game plan may not stay the same through quarter one to quarter four. Right. But at least you had that system to just go by. And then, if you need to make adjustments, with halfway into the first quarter, or you need to make adjustments after halftime, you can make those adjustments. So say, you start up your business and you want to do X, Y, Z. Okay, X is going good, right? And so your next step, Y, it might be a little bit shaky, but at least you have it built out so you can see what you want to do, and you could just pencil in where you need to make adjustments, so that way you don't get lost, you know what I'm saying, and then you don't feel discouraged in what you're doing, you know what I'm saying. You have something legible to look at and say, okay, this is why I started, this where I'm at, and this where I'm going, you know.
Right. And that's what's it, the role of knowing where we're going.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go biblical for a moment. The scripture tells us without a vision, the people perish. And we don't know develop a business. I hear people say, I got a vision for this, I got a vision for that. But are we developing a vision for our own personal lives? Do we visualize the people who we want to be? You know, growing up, we had imaginations. You know, everybody want to be, if he was a boy, you want to be Superman, you know, just throwing it out there. But the imagination, as we went through life, we lost track of that imagination, which means we allowed society to come in, Josh, to dictate how we're supposed to live, how we're supposed to conduct ourselves. No, they'll tell you to go to work. Go to school, go to work, be on the job for 30 plus years, get their retirement. Now you living a good life. Well, we know that sucks because people end up being depressed, anxiety, not happy, being miserable, but not living a fulfilling life. And I do believe, Josh, that we should live a very fulfilling life. Big shout out to Adriana that was on the show Saturday. She said, finding your own pursuit of happiness. And that's what we should encourage the masses to find your place of happiness, because life should not suck. If Christ said, I came that you might have life and have life more abundantly, why are we not experiencing that? Why are we allowing society to tell us what to do when we need to learn how to be free thinkers, think for ourselves, change the narrative, change the algorithm, and become great people? Because at the end of the day, it's all about being happy.
Right. And I kind of want to do kind of a sidebar on what you were saying. You know, in the Bible, you know, God wants us to live long and fruitful lives through Him. You know, so we have to surround ourselves with like-minded people. You know, because in the scriptures as well, it says when one or more come together in agreement, you know what I'm saying, that's like-minded people. You know, it shall come to pass. You know,
yeah,
so
most definitely. And you gotta realize when he said it, he said, or when 2 or 3 got in my name, he don't look for numbers. You just hit on something, Josh. He don't look. We look at big numbers. I gotta have this big, massive following and all this other stuff. But just because you have a big, massive following, they may not think the way you think.
Yeah.
But if I have 2 or 3, like you said, and we on the same accord and we are like-minded, of course, he's going to be in the midst. And people miss that passage, Josh. They think it's all about having the massive numbers. No.
Yeah.
He look at the smallest numbers.
Yeah.
Because he know within that smaller number, 2 of them going to be on the same page.
Yeah.
3, I say, will be on the same page.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's just like you being an athlete, you know. We're going back to the sports thing again. Like when it came to making the team, and you have having a system in place. Okay, it takes certain individuals in order to implement the system. Everybody can't do it. So it's the weeding out of, okay, can you help me win? Yeah. And I know you're a businessman. So it's like, can you help me win? I need to know, can you help me win? Right. And then at the same time, it's going to benefit you at the end of the day. I don't want you to think you won't, but I want to help you win. I want to help you succeed. And you are a leader yourself. You are a businessman. You are a leader. So how do you implement that with your team when it comes to a pure leadership and getting the best out of your teammates?
Right. So, you know, back when I was training, like you say, you gotta weed out the people who aren't there to help you win. You know, kind of bottom line. And how they would do that is it would be conditioning, you know what I'm saying? And so it's really just all mental, you know what I'm saying? It's not really about how fast you can complete it. It's like, can you complete it? Can you put yourself on the line, and can you just complete this task? You know, that's really what it's about. You know, if you could just put your mind to it that you can complete it, even if you're the last one coming in, you still completing it and you not quitting. You know, so you know, you get real tired, real aggravated, real like, man, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. But if you just put your mind to it and you just go ahead and complete the task, you're gonna be one of those guys to help the team win. So implementing that into my team here with Mott's Kitchen is, when hard times come and when difficulties come, or when we have issues with this, that, and the third, how are we gonna handle this, or if someone doesn't like this, or if something isn't working out the way that we thought it would, are you just gonna give up on this situation, or are we gonna come together and brainstorm on how we can make this situation better? How can we make this situation perfect, and how can we make everybody, happy, which is kind of an umbrella to say, but this is what we strive to do.
Right. Because at the end of the day, it's all about the organization. It's not about how you feel, how I feel. It's all about the organization. It's all about putting our differences aside. And I come and go when we come to work, and I come to work with you. The come and go is to be successful. Not only that, but also the customers can be well satisfied. You got to think about it. They spending hard-earned money, and they always say the customer always right. But at the end of the day, entrepreneurs, those who call themselves entrepreneurs, that your customers pay your bills at the end of the day. So the thing about it is, okay, we're gonna make sure that our customers getting they satisfactory, that they getting their time work and their money's worth. And a lot of times, Josh, individuals forget about that. They think, I'm making money, but we want to make sure our customers are happy. What you want to say about that?
Right. Yeah. 100%, man. I agree with you. They're spending their hard-earned money. They're spending their time to come to us, and we wanna make sure we putting out quality product, quality food every single time. Whenever they open that box, open that plate, or they receive that meal in front of them, we want them to have a reaction like it was the first time they favorite food they eaten. They ain't tasted it before. We want that satisfaction every time we present something to a customer.
Man, that's what's up right there. And I know you are a very productive man. Like I said, I don't want to hold you because time is money. So I'm gonna go with this last one. Placing orders. How can we go about placing orders? How can we go about setting a meal plan? That's something I'm interested in, is having a meal plan according to my schedule. Like I said, my goal is to be healthier. I want to be around here for a long time, and I want to look good for my age. So how can we go about setting up meal plans? All that great information. So go ahead.
Yeah, so the best way to reach us, the website is under construction right now, but hopefully it'll be up by the end of the month. But I'd say the best way to reach us would be at Mott's Kitchen, MOTTES KITCHEN on Instagram, and just shoot us a message. Just tell us what you're looking for. Tell us what you want to do. We'll take care of you. We're gonna build out a plan and make sure that all your needs is met, man. And we'll make it really simple for you, man. We'll send you a couple things, and then if you like it, you like it. If you don't, we'll make adjustments. We're gonna tailor to what you want to do.
And also, like I said, man, I'm gonna do some business with you myself. Like I said, I'm always growth, evolving, taking everything to the next level. Because at the end of the day, Josh, we only got one life to live. We only got one shot. It is going to be do or die, win or go home. It's going to be all or it's going to be nothing. If they say, it's the old saying, they say, if you're not going to run with the big dogs, stay on the porch. That's what you're going to do. So you'll stay on the porch. So I said, man, I know you're a businessman. I know, hey, work to be made, money to be made, of course. So do you have any words of advice, any signs of wisdom, Josh, you want to leave here with the audience?
I just want to just give a shout out to the whole, Mott's Kitchen team. I really appreciate everything that they've been doing to help me out with. I want to give a shout out to my customers. And I just want to thank you guys for having our food and believing in us and liking our product. Of course, thanking God, for me being able to even pursue this dream of mine. I want to give a shout out to my family as well, for them supporting me. And also wanna you said advice, wisdom. The biggest thing, like we talked about earlier, is just starting. So if you just having trouble starting, I'm a believer. I'm a praying man. I know you a believer and a praying man as well. Just take a few minutes aside and just talk to God for a little bit and just have your time with Him and figure out, where He wants you to be in life. And then the next step would just be just to start small. I know there may be like a huge, big picture that you seeing, and you think it might be too big for you to tackle, but God won't ever give you too much to handle. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you're going through, you gonna be able to handle it. He gives his biggest fights to his strongest warriors. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I say just start small. Reach out to me and my team. Even if you have any questions outside of food, on just starting. You know what I'm saying? We'll be there to help you out on just starting. So that's what I got to say, man.
Hey, that's up right there. Hey, just start. Ladies and gentlemen, we out this thing. Man, y'all have a great Wednesday. Enjoy your day. Match your goals. Go follow your dreams. Turn your dreams into reality, of course. Every time God open up our eyes, another shot at life. So hey, let's make the best out of it. Be around like-minded people who's going somewhere. In Proverbs, it tells us that we won't be around a company of wise. We walk with a company of wise men, yet we become wise. I'm paraphrasing. Walk in a company of fool, we shall be destroyed. So be mindful of the company that you keep. If you be more around wise individuals, you will become wise. If you be around more wise, not wise, but more foolish people, you're going to be destroyed. So be mindful of the company that you keep. Mindset, ladies and gentlemen, work on that mindset, change the way you think. It's a process. It's not overnight, of course. So don't beat yourself up and learn to forgive yourself. Don't hate yourself. Love yourself. And that's pretty much really it. Like I said, we're not going to hold no more. I'll be back here tonight at 7 p.m. along with Phoenix as well. Man, y'all have a great, great Wednesday morning. And I'll see y'all tonight at 7 p.m. One more thing, y'all. You have anything else you want to plug in before we leave?
Oh yeah, shout out to Walking This Ways podcast, man, and Furman Jackson, man. I really appreciate you for having me on today, man.
Man, thank you, Josh. Appreciate you, Josh. Thank you. I say you're a businessman. I got to get back to work. Ladies and gentlemen, we out this thing. Peace, everybody.